In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get your first 100 sales on Etsy and how to do it in just 30 days. When I started my Etsy shop in 2018, I had already tried selling t-shirts on Shopify pretty unsuccessfully. But then I saw shops selling similar items getting thousands of sales on Etsy. So I decided to try selling on Etsy as I had absolutely nothing to lose. And while there were only a few months left in 2018, I did manage to snag a few sales here and there. And technically I was still making $0 as I had already paid expenses for my Shopify store. And even just adding items to Etsy at 20 cents per item was starting to add up. And little by little in 2019, I grew my Etsy shop to make over $70,000. And then in 2020, I made nearly $200,000 in gross revenue and $70,000 in profit. And now at the end of 2023, I've had over $1 million in gross sales throughout this whole time. And I did all of this simply from the comfort of my own home or from wherever I went with my laptop, simply by continuing to add items for sale on Etsy and tweaking them as I went. And my goal is that by the end of this video, you'll be able to do the exact same thing for yourself. Now, when I finally figured out what it was I was doing and figured out why it was that this works, my shop was truly catapulted from having a few sales here and there every now and then to having regular and consistent sales to help pay my bills, and even enough to get enough credit card rewards to travel the world for free with my family. Well, we have to think about why getting the first 100 sales on Etsy is so important. Well, because getting to 100 sales as fast as possible is imperative to getting enough reviews, which literally provides your future customers with proof. And this leads to further sales that start to create a reliable and dependable source of income you can rely on pretty much like clockwork as the results of these strategies start to compound over time. So I would start with one of these strategies and then move on to the next one, and then keep circling back again and again and repeat the process. So the good news is that you don't have to focus on only one strategy, as there are multiple that can help work together simultaneously so that you don't have to work so hard. I'm going to take you through 4 incredible strategies to help you get your first 100 sales on Etsy in 30 days or less. The first strategy is to make sure you have enough listings and enough quality listings that customers are actually searching for. If you only have 4 listings and no one is searching for any of these items, it's going to be really tough to get to 100 sales in just a month. Even a bestseller listing on Etsy might only get 25 sales in a month. So if you only have a few listings in your Etsy shop, it's going to be really difficult to get to 100 sales in 30 days. So if you only have a few listings in your Etsy shop, it's going to be very difficult to get to 100 sales very quickly. If you have 4 listings, and even if all of them become bestsellers, you'd have to sell 25 or more of those 4 listings in a single month. But that's much more likely if you have 1,000 listings and then 4 of them end up selling every single day or every other day. But it really takes the rest of those listings to help you pinpoint and refine your shop to get this kind of result. So the first step is to make sure you have items customers actually want and enough of those items to actually get some momentum going. If you have a listing with multiple photos, you might want to duplicate that listing and change the listing photo to help get more eyes on your items and to help you see which photos customers prefer. What takes some time to figure out is that some items on Etsy only are popular for short periods of time throughout the year. For example, I used to have an item that was related to travel, but it only used to sell prior to the May long weekend, when suddenly many women were taking short getaways with their friends. And then for the rest of the year, that item would hardly sell at all, but that's just how things ebb and flow. My second strategy for you is to add a personalizable or customizable item. And yes, this is time consuming, but you will never have more time than you currently do to deal with individual customer requests. You need the the enormous impact from amazing reviews from your customers. Because when you sell a personalizable or customizable item, you're going to need to interact with your customer more. You're going to need to send them photos. You're going to need to send them messages to confirm the item is the way they would like it. And of course, this takes a lot of effort to make sure that your customers are happy. But then this can help you to get amazing, incredible, and glowing reviews with photos from your super happy customers. The third strategy I have for you is one that I included in my first viral video about selling on Etsy. And of course, that's to offer a daily discount. And I know the second that I say this, there will be a ton of people who say, I can't discount my items anymore, and you shouldn't. But the reality is that you need to price your items high enough to begin with so that you can still offer a discount if and when you would like to, because customers do love to feel they're getting a discount. Clearly, Black Friday sales are extremely successful for a reason. And I will say that I've had an incredible amount of comments on that previous video. I had so many amazing comments of sellers reaching out and saying how much this helped their sales. And now the thing is, Etsy shows a little countdown to highlight the number of days, hours, or minutes a discount is still available. And this helps to urge customers to make their purchase right now, as opposed to waiting till the next day, the next week, or the next month when they've had too much time and changed their mind or found something else. Because if they think that the discount is ending, they might purchase sooner rather than later. And to be honest, you definitely don't need to do this every day, so please don't panic. But because we want to reach 100 sales in 30 days, it would be really important to test different amounts of discounts, like 10% or 30% or 40% or 22%, to see what works better for you and your shop. But do it quickly. But if you need to get to 100 sales quickly, then please definitely make sure that your prices are high enough to begin with so you aren't losing money. And then go offer short-term or daily discounts to help push customers to make their purchase as soon as possible. The fourth strategy to reach 100 sales in 30 days is to offer an abandoned cart coupon. And I'm seriously embarrassed to admit that I'd only added this just recently. As you can see here, I added it only on November 6th. It's now December 20th and I added this on November 6th. And since then, it's brought in over $5,000. And I say I'm embarrassed because it's literally the world's easiest thing to set up on Etsy. Etsy literally shows it to you when you are in your dashboard. When you click on marketing and then sales and discounts, then you simply click and make up a code and offer the percentage you'd like, and it's done. So it's very similar to the way a daily discount works, because clearly customers love a deal. Who are we kidding? But instead, this can sometimes be seen as a pop-up when customers are adding their items to their shopping cart. And this encourages perhaps more reluctant shoppers to complete their purchase by giving them a code with an extra discount. So an abandoned cart is the virtual shopping cart that customers add their items to before they complete their purchase. And if the customer has already added the item to their cart, we can start to assume that they probably like it. But if we can help them finish their purchase with an extra discount, then that definitely helps lead to additional orders. All right, it's time for the bonus. And we already discussed that you need more than just a couple listings to help you get to 100 sales, but you also need listings that aren't super generic. Because if they only appeal to a super vast audience, then you are competing with literally every other Etsy shop out there that has the exact same item. And we don't want you to have to pay for ads or to have to figure out social media in 30 days because you're already busy trying to figure out Etsy at the same time. Now, of course, you could try to find an item that is already selling and make something similar in the same niche or a similar design on a different item, like a mug instead of a t-shirt, and then make it better or more unique. And sure, this does have some sense of proof to it because it's already selling, but now you're very likely to start to copy. And many scammy shops are clearly successful at doing this. And because let's face it, that other item is already selling, so it's already ranking, it's already doing well, it's probably too late for you. And maybe you're just lucky enough to get the last few drips in the race to the bottom. But I guarantee you that if you don't already have social media or want to run ads, then you need to make something super cute and desirable in a much smaller niche. And you can use a variety of different tools like eRank or Sales Samurai. So let's check out both. So looking at erank.com, of which you can get a free account and explore it before you pay for anything in eRank. So I typed in baby shirt. And so if we're taking a look at the search results for baby shirt, there's not a lot of people searching for baby shirt right now, but we can see that there's over 600,000 listings that come up with baby shirt in the keywords. So that's a lot of competition. So if I scroll down here some more, it's going to show me the competition for baby shirt, and I can start to see some other items that might have less competition, like baby Valentine's shirt. Let's check out a few more of these here. So these ones start to have a lot less competition, which might make more sense for us to explore selling. So for example, monogrammed baby shirt, if I'm able to offer that, baby girl Valentine's shirt, baby girl Valentine's shirt, this is going to be a lot more popular and a lot less competition than 600,000 listings. Let's check out the next page. And now we perhaps start to get into a few that are perhaps trademarks. We need to watch out for that. But baby boy Valentine's shirt might be worth exploring. Baby Easter, baby dog announcement shirt. There's some crazy things in here, right? But we want to start to look for a baby shirt that maybe doesn't have a ton of competition, but is still something that people are searching for. Maybe mother, baby, nurse, Valentine's shirt. But we want to try to find something with a lot less competition that maybe it is a baby shirt, but certainly a lot more specific than just a baby shirt. All right, so here we are now in Etsy directly, and I'm going to show you how we can search for additional keywords using Sales Samurai. So once I start typing here in the Etsy search bar, it immediately starts to populate with different search terms that come up with baby shirt, and then it tells me the search volume according to Sales Samurai. And I've never found that these coincide with eRank at all. I feel like eRank is more of an average, whereas Sales Samurai is what's happening recently. So clearly, baby shirt with name is very recent. Baby shirt, a little bit less search volume. Baby shirt with dog. Now, if I click on here, it's going to show me all of the different search terms that come up. And the competition